the systematic male trauma that our culture seems to be
Yep.
perpetuating.
Yeah. Yeah, we live in a militaristic style Christian culture, really, which wants men to be numb and sociopathic and to have no remorse or, you know, to basically be war machines, really. As I mentioned before, we have an economic system that needs war. So men need to be basically understand and believe that other people are the enemy. Yeah, men are very easy to program when it comes to competition. All right, and there's actually a lot of evidence now when it comes to a lot of these allegations when it comes to systematic abuse against men globally. There's a royal inquiry that happened last year in Australia when it comes to actually understanding that there's a lot of systematic male rape of cadets in Australian military. And it's very interesting if you start to look at this because they either target the prostate or the perineum. There's a thing called nuggeting that was happening in the 1950s and 60s as a part of an initiation when men would join the military. This sort of things happen in the Air Force and the Navy. And this sort of thing is actually encouraged by the practitioners of systematically shutting down these young men when they join the military. Because if you shut down their ability to feel connection with other people, they're a good soldier. They can kill and move on to the next task without feeling anything or remorse. Now, nuggeting is where basically a man is held down on his front and his legs are pulled apart and his perineum, that's between your anus and your balls, is scrubbed till it's bleeding with a harsh brush and shoe polish. Okay, so this creates the perineum as a tight-knit group of nerves that it can link to that pudendal area and the prostate. That area is all quite linked together. This is a very sensitive area in the male and female body. That's why when women have their perineum cut during childbirth, can lead to other imbalances in the body because of the way it's joined to the brain. Yeah, so that's been happening. So there's systematic rape and everything like that. And again, when it comes to the hardcore sports and making kids play these sports, especially sensitive young kids, to basically beat them down. And the idea that Brené Brown talks about, she's a vulnerability author, is to understand that there's a psychological self-mutilation. Men usually do it to themselves through cultural programming. But if they don't, they could rely on comrades in their culture to disarm them of their feelings through the sexual projection or physical sexual trauma. What's interesting is if you look at Jewish fundamentalism, there's actually some evidence that suggests that men who have their foreskin taken off can't produce as much oxytocin, which is the love and connection chemical in the brain, where there seems to be something around sex where there's a fluid exchange through that thin part of skin on his penis when his foreskin's pulled back that stimulates oxytocin and connection to his lover in the brain. If he's been circumcised, there's actually like I said, there's a desensitization of the skin, and then once the desensitization, there's less blood flow and there's less oxytocin production. So if you look at militaristic Jewish nations, for example, or Jewish people in general, there's this idea, which is again very controversial, but the evidence is on the wall around that sort of thing. So again, it's looking at these global systems to suppress the masculine. And that's why I do the Corrupt Guru work, and it's understanding that a global archetype of men who are in control, they want to stay in control, they want to stay lazy and complacent, and to globally commoditize the feminine. And the ultimate, like I say Corrupt Guru because they're attracted to leadership and to prestige in that sense, where there's actually a secret agenda to crush the feminine globally and through time. If you look at systematic rape in warfare, whether it be through broken bottles, bayonets, or actual physical rape in Sierra Leone, when women are damaged in this way, it creates an epigenetic scarring that goes from generation to generation to generation. There's an evil in Africa that exists and is very, very clever and intelligent when it comes to suppressing the feminine. And these comrades in time, genocidal warfare, there'll be a tribe they don't like, they'll destroy that tribe without killing them for generations. So that global archetype, as I talk about that in my Corrupt Guru talk, and we get right into how that works, the vagina-brain connection, and how to heal it on a quantum level through quantum medicine and basically reforming our timeline. So there's a lot of beautiful possibilities when it comes to healing. So it's very important to realize that the options are out there, and that actual damage to the brain through negative sexual transaction can be fixed by positive sexual transaction. It goes both ways, right? If a woman's got a concussion, her partner can help heal her by making love to her with the intention of helping to heal her brain, right? Because the brain is connected to the yoni, and he can put his loving attention and presence into her and nourish her brain. Yeah, this is for real. And in the same way, when a woman is sometimes in different stages of her cycle or going through puberty, her creativity and energy can become quite destructive or erratic. And in some traditional cultures, a leader in the village or the tribe would actually, who's a very solid, genuine, loving, certain, aware, warrior conscious individual, will make love to her to basically put his surety in his presence like a lightning rod through his penis into her, to basically make love to her in a way that will settle her energy by putting his loving positive attention into her body to help actually heal her and to settle her down. And this can be done in relationships as well, if you're open to it. Yeah, it's very controversial in the sense that sometimes a woman, when she is feeling very destructive, or this Kali energy that can happen sometimes in the month, that making love might not be what she wants, or it might be what she really wants, but it might not be what she wants. But that sort of loving connection and presence from a man can actually transmute that chaos before she burns your house down.